everyone, welcome to the Mafasa book readings. My name is Julia, and today we're still reading from our book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Today we'll be continuing with the questions that we had already began reading, and if you haven't watched any of our book readings, you can catch them on YouTube. The link is included in the description. So I'll start with the reading. So there are only 6 questions left for me to read, and I'll be ending the book today. I'll start with the reading. The first question reads, if you had to do it over again, what is the one thing you would do differently as a parent? As a parent, I wish I had spent more time in carefully developing soft, informal win-win agreements with each of my children in different phases of their life. Because of business and travels, I have often indulged my children and went for lose-win too much instead of paying the price in relationship building sufficient to really develop thorough, sound win-win agreements more consistently. The second question reads, how is technology going to change business in the future? I believe in Stan Davis's statement, when the infrastructure changes, everything rumbles. And I think the technical infrastructure is central to everything. It will accelerate all good and bad trends. I'm also convinced that it is for these very reasons that the human element becomes even more important. High tech without high touch does not work. And the more influential technology becomes, the more important the human factor which controls that technology becomes, particularly in developing a cultural commitment to the criteria in the use of that technology. The third question reads, are you surprised or astounded at the universal popularity of the 7 habits with the other countries, cultures, ages, or gender? Yes and no. Yes, in that I had no idea it would become a worldwide phenomenon and that a few of the words would become part of the Americana. No, in the sense that the material had been tested for over 25 years, and I knew that it would work primarily because it is based upon principles I did not invent and therefore take no credit for. The fourth question reads, how would you begin to teach the 7 habits to very young children? I think I would live by Albert's 3 basic rules for raising children. First, example. Second, example. Third, example. But I wouldn't go quite that far. I would say, first, example. Second, build a caring and affirming relationship. And third, teach some of the simple ideas underlying the habits in the language of children. Help them gain the basic understanding and vocabulary of the 7 habits and show them how to process their own experiences through the principles. Let them identify what particular principles and habits are being illustrated in their lives. The fifth question reads, my boss, spouse, child, friend, etc. really needs the 7 habits. How would you recommend I get them to read it? People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Build a relationship of trust and openness based upon a character example of trustworthiness, and then share how the 7 habits have helped you. Simply let them see the 7 habits in action through your life Then at the appropriate time, you might invite them to participate in a training program or share your book as a gift or teach some of the basic ideas when the occasion calls for it. The sixth question reads, what is your background and how did you come to write the 7 habits? It was implicitly understood that I would follow in my father's footsteps and go into the family business. However, I found that I enjoyed teaching and training leaders even more than business. I became deeply interested and involved in the human side of organizations when I was at Harvard Business School. Later, I taught business subjects at a young university and did consulting, advising, and training on the side of several years. During that time, I became interested in creating integrated leadership and management development programs around a sequential and balanced set of principles. These eventually evolved into the 7 habits. Then, while applying it to the organization, it evolved into the concept of principle-centered leadership. I decided to leave the university and go full-time into training executives from all different kinds of organizations. After a year of following a very carefully developed curriculum, came the development of a business that has enabled us to take the material to the people throughout the world. Okay, the 7th question reads, what is your response to the people who claim to have the true formula for success? I would say 2 things. First, if what they are saying is based on principles or natural laws, I want to learn from them and I commend them. Second, I would say we are probably using different words to describe the same basic principles or natural laws. The last question reads, are you really bald or do you shave your head for efficiency's sake? Hey, listen, while you're busy blow drying your hair, I'm out serving the customers. In fact, the first time I heard the expression, bald is beautiful, I kicked the slats out of my curb. That is where today's reading will end. I hope you guys enjoyed and I'd really like to engage with you. So you can put anything that you, any thought that you have on the comment section. And this video is also will be available on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining my live